I just got off of work. I was heading home, and then actually the superintendent called me, and then.
So that's not the foreman.
Not the foreman, but
that's higher than the superintendent's higher than the foreman.
He's actually higher. So he got word from the foreman that I was messing up. So he called me himself, and then he basically threw some cuss words at me, and I wanted to explode.
Me and my God always conversating. He say I'm happy you call, what you been up to lately?
Yo, what's up, y'all, and welcome back to Life in Plumbing. Man, I got a special guest for you guys. I've been talking about plumbing for a little while now, and I've just been talking about it from my perspective. And I'm happy today to be sitting here with not only one of my best friends, man, my classmate. We graduated together.
Yes, we did.
You know what I'm saying? Through the apprenticeship. So, and I just feel like this is like it's just dope because we actually went through this together. So everything that I've been saying to you guys, like he could solidify, he's been through the trade, and we haven't been working together. We went our separate ways, worked for different companies. I don't think have we ever worked together?
No, we haven't. Just went to school together. That's about
Did we
it.
work together once? No? Never on the same job?
No, just we done side jobs together, but not actually work.
Okay, all right. So imagine that. We went to school, known them. What is it? How many years it's been now? It's over 10 years, right?
Yeah, 10 years.
So So about 10 years, man, and never worked on the same job. But he know I get down, so he better, you know what I mean? He does a lot of side work, so he always hits me up about side work. So, man, I appreciate you for that, you know what I'm saying? So, I didn't even tell y'all his name, man. This is Eric Marquecho.
What's up?
All right? Yeah.
How you doing?
All right. Apprentice, journeyman, foreman. He's been through it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Running work. Getting yelled at, man, he's been through it all, right? His whole apprenticeship.
Yeah.
So, and we, everybody has a lot to say about the trade. Good, bad, and different, all kind of stuff. So I just want to get your perspective, all right?
Okay.
This is all about you right now. Y'all already heard my perspective. I got a lot more to say. Y'all just stay tuned. I got a lot more to say to y'all. But right now, I want y'all to hear from him and his side, and I hope it inspires you guys, man, because it's a dope trade to get into, plumbing, and man, I hope you guys get something from this. So let's start. You ready?
Yeah, hopefully it's not sounds like the same thing what you've been doing, but coming from a different side that you guys can hear and kind of get a different look at, how other people do plumbing, because the way you plumb it is going to be, there's a million different ways that you can plumb it in. So it's all up to you on how you want to plumb it and if it's up to code.
And I bet you a lot of y'all from y'all foreman told y'all there's only one way to do it, and it's his way, right?
Yeah.
We heard that too, right? I mean, the number one question to ask, why did you become a plumber? Was your dad a plumber? Were your family members plumbers? Well, how did you get into plumbing? Why did you decide to be a plumber?
Honestly, I didn't ever think I was going to become a plumber. I started working at a warehouse, doing warehouse jobs. I was loading docks, loading up trailers. I eventually got hurt, and then I had to sit out. Well, that company ended up letting me go just for getting hurt. So I end up.
What you mean, like hurt? Like, man, you couldn't return to work, or?
No, I got hurt.
Just injured?
I just got injured. Yeah.
You could have healed from it and been back to work good. Okay.
Yeah. So I was off work for a while, and I had an electrician buddy that actually hit me up and told me that that he was an electrician and that he just finished an apprenticeship program. And I told him, well, I like, electricity's cool, but I'm scared of it. And then I was like, what is the next high paying job there?
Right.
And then he was like, man, the plumbers are coming up next.
Yeah.
He's like, plumbers are the next highest pay.
I think we
are.
are.
And I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm in. I was like, man, you don't have to do math that much. I'm like, that's perfect,
Oh, yeah, somebody lied to you now.
Come to find out, there was a lot of math involved. But, just coming back to it, I just took his advice. I went to the apprenticeship school, turned in my transcripts, and then they actually got me an interview with the school and then took a test, and I passed.
How long was the waiting list for you?
About a year.
You had to wait a year?
I had to wait a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's actually two ways that for that apprenticeship program that I went to, you could actually get like in through a company, or you could do it yourself. And I didn't know any companies at the time, so I had to do it all by myself.
Okay.
So when I turned it in, it was about a year wait until they actually called me.
Mine was 4 months, and then we ended up right in the same class, man.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. All right, cool, man. Dang, okay. So you was a warehouse, basically, and then you just talked to an electrician, and he was like, hey, the trade is popping right now, like, get up in there.
Yeah.
My cousin, y'all already heard the story, was an electrician, and that's exactly how I got told about it. So it's crazy. We haven't even been told by plumbers. You know what I mean? We were told by electricians, like, get up in here, man. All right, cool, man. So how much experience did you have prior to becoming a plumber? So you didn't know nothing?
Nothing.
So did you know what a backhoe was?
No.
Did you know what a pipe wrench was?
Honestly, no. I didn't
Nothing?
know, I didn't know really the
wouldn't have known
tools.
that. Yeah, I wouldn't have known that, dog. You be out there like you know what you're doing. Fake it till you make it?
Fake it till you make it.
I feel that. Dang, that's crazy, man. So nothing, huh?
Yeah.
So, okay, all right.
Yeah, zero experience. There's a lot of guys in the trade that go through it that actually have like, dads that been plumbing for a long time. So, that's a big advantage if you got somebody that knows plumbing.
And check this out, since I've known you for this year, this dude just said he didn't know nothing. And now he's running work on his way to starting his own company. You know what I'm saying? And he could have did this years ago, right? But he just started to do it now, circumstances come up, but you decided to do it now.
Yeah, I believe I'm ready now.
Yeah. I thought you was ready back then, but yeah, that's dope, man. That's
just
dope.
about making those first steps.
Yep, I got you. So was you afraid when you first got into the apprenticeship, when you stepped out in the field, not knowing nothing, being green?
Yeah, a little bit. Wasn't sure what to expect, and then just kind of curious, but I was willing to work. I had a girlfriend at the time, so just wanted to make some money.
Your girlfriend was the same as your wife? The
Yes.
wife that's watching this?
Yes.
Shout out Deanna out there, you know what I'm talking about? Sitting out there with my wife, supporting us. That's how we do it. So the girlfriend you're talking about was your wife though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, at the time. All right, nice. So when did y'all get married? When we was in school?
Yeah, about that time. I believe we were married at the time.
Right then?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
all
we
right.
were married at the time, yeah.
Nice, man. Okay. All right, so it's tough out there. It's tough out there. Sometimes, man, these foremen will run you in the ground. Is it hard being green?
It's a lot of physical labor your first and second year. My first and second year, I was digging out little small restrooms all by myself.
Yeah.
And the foreman would tell me, hey, as soon as you get this dug out, you're gonna plumb it. And I was super excited, so I was gonna be able to throw in some pipe. But as soon as I dug it out, a journeyman would come in and do the plumbing.
They get you excited about it, you know what I'm saying? And then you trying to dig it out just so you can plumb it, and they're like, all right, cool, now come dig this out.
But the cool thing about that was when that journeyman came in and plumbed it, you got to watch him. To see how he plumbed it in.
Yeah.
And then you guys put it on test. So you learn how to put everything on test.
Yeah. All right. See, I like it. You take it a little negative. I'd have been pissed off. Like, hey, man, you told me I was supposed to plumb this.
Yeah,
we different.
I was hurt.
Different.
Yeah, I was hurt. Then I had to backfill all that. I had to put it all back in.
Yeah. So as an apprentice, when you first starting out, that's just how it goes, man. So don't be afraid to pick up the shovel. Don't be afraid to do what they tell you to do until you get it. A lot of people get in there and try to, you probably experienced this too, try to act like they know everything, right off the bat.
Yeah.
And those people, even if you do know a little bit, you don't ever go over the foreman. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just this respect thing, man. If you follow that chain of command, everything goes good. So tell us, how did you adapt to the negative criticism, all right? Because we know you mess up out there. Farmers don't care if you're green. They don't care if you're green. If you mess up, you are going to get it. They are going to get on your head. Is that true or not?
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
You just gotta take the hit and just keep moving forward and just take it as a learning experience. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's perspective, right?
Yes.
You gotta look at it. As, all right, he's not really yelling at you. He's frustrated. He got a lot going on.
Yeah, but if you're a hard worker and you just continue working, you're not on your phone, you're gonna be somewhere.
You see how he said that? Not on your phone. So how did you adapt to? Tell us a story about negative criticism.
I just took the negative and just tried to turn it into a positive.
What was so his name? Do you remember a time specifically when somebody came at you negative and you had to change that into a positive?
Oh, okay. I could say I just got off of work. I was heading home, and then the superintendent called me, And then
So that's not the foreman.
not the foreman, but
That's higher than the
yeah.
superintendent's higher than the foreman.
He's actually higher, so he got word from the foreman that I was messing up. So he called me himself, and then he basically threw some cuss words at me, and I wanted to explode.
Yeah.
I got really pissed off. I wanted to quit.
So did you do whatever was told, or?
No, he was just I was just trying to take the L and just trying to learn from it. But in that time I was mad too. I was really heated. Taking the disrespect like that, that's pretty messed up. I actually called my wife that day and I told her about it, and I told her I'm gonna quit or I'm gonna sock this guy. And she's like, no, don't do that. You just got in, just take it, just keep working. It's gonna get better.
Wow. Bless their hearts.
Yeah.
Bless their hearts. Yeah, I got you.
So you kind of gotta, talk to somebody, vent to somebody, get it out of you, because don't let it build up.
Don't quit.
Because you're gonna do something that you're gonna regret later, and
For sure.
And then
For sure.
you're gonna ruin your career trying to do something like that.
And this is why I like doing videos like this, so people realize that you're not alone. We go through this too. We had to go through it too. And if you knew that, then you would probably be more susceptible to, getting yelled at and all this stuff, because then you'd be like, oh yeah, he said that too. He went through it, so it's easy, man. And then those type of dudes, dog, they just got things going on in their own life. Has nothing to do with you, dog. You just keep doing what you're doing.
Some people are just angry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. A
You
lot of people are just angry, dog.
They're just angry all the time.
All right, man. So as a journeyman, let's take it up. So
Okay.
now you graduated, you got your journeyman's license, right? When was the moment you felt like you were an actual journeyman, right? Because so you're an apprentice, and just because you get your card doesn't necessarily mean like, okay, like I'm good the day I got my card, like I am a journeyman now. Like what made you like perceive you were a journeyman?
I think when I the first kind of step was when I actually took the journeyman's test, and I passed it first try, and then got that license, and then after that, going on to a job and having the foreman trust you and actually give you a building and give you the plans and tell you, here, this is for you, this is all you, go ahead and plumb it. So whatever messes up, it's gonna be on you. So that's when I really felt as a journeyman.
Dope. Were you scared?
Yeah, it was kind of nerve-wracking.
What was the part that you were most feared?
Just of it, walking away while the building's done and something failing.
Yeah.
But that's why you guys have testing.
Yeah.
That's what I learned. As long as you tested everything and you were true about it, and you let the inspector see it and fix your corrections, it should be fine.
Nice. Okay. All right. Where did you ever make mistakes as a journeyman?
You're gonna make mistakes no matter what. I mean, it's just part of life. There's gonna be situations where I like to call it, you're gonna have to pull the trigger sometimes. Your foreman's not always gonna be there, and you're just gonna have to make a choice, and it's gonna be either the right one or the wrong one.
And most people are afraid to make a choice. What would you say?
Exactly. For the people that are,
because you're a foreman,
you're never gonna progress
Yeah.
if you don't start making those choices and fixing the corrections and learning from your mistakes.
Hey, and this is life in plumbing, so that also applies to life as plumbing. All right. So I like that. All right. Do you think it's wise to ask your foreman questions as a journeyman?
If you really don't know, ask the question, because you could get somebody hurt.
What if you look stupid? What if you like, damn, man, this is a dumb question.
It's any question, just ask him. Yeah. But it comes to a point where he's gonna lay you out on something to do. Ask the questions then. Don't let him walk away and go into a meeting or go lay somebody else out, and then you're just standing there with questions in your head, asking, what do I do this? Go ahead and do what you can do to a point where you just completely you have to ask them the question. Yeah. But when you progress in the apprenticeship program, you'll start to learn what questions to ask.
Right. Okay, I like that. All right, man. Now you graduated. All right. I mean, you were a journeyman. Woo! Got that license. You out there, just got the plans, and now it's a foreman. So now you the one that's like taking the rap for everybody, right? Because when you're a foreman, and this, you know what? This is what I was telling my kids the other day. I gave my kids some responsibility, right? I was like, hey, you guys, I need you to watch your little sister. We're about to leave the house, right? And I was like, you're in charge. Now, when a kid hears you're in charge, the first thing they think of is, I'm the boss. All right. What they don't understand is the boss takes the rap for everything, right?
Yeah.
That's what it really means to be a boss. Means you are responsible. Doesn't matter who does what. You're the one responsible, right?
Yeah.
Because the owner's coming for you. They don't care about nothing they do.
Right.
It's all on you, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about you being a foreman. Whew, a lot of stress, right? All right, let's see. Oh, how many jobs have you successfully completed as a foreman?
I'll say as a foreman, about 4 or 5 jobs that I've done.
Nice.
And it goes from like, you know, from elementary schools to like actually high school to colleges, just, you know, some remodels, and then actually like new buildings.
Nice. So you done from ground up? Ground,
up,
top
yeah.
out, all the way to finish?
Yeah.
Done, complete. Okay, nice. All right. As a foreman, have you ever picked up or after someone left the project? So say somebody started a project and then they're like, okay, maybe done with the underground, then you pick up at top out.
Yeah.
Have you done that
There's going to
before?
be situations where you're going to have to pick it up from them.
How do you like doing that?
I would say the best advice to give on that is just to have that foreman's number, and hopefully you can contact them and ask them the questions. And then usually there's going to be a bunch of RFIs that are left over. I would highly recommend going over those RFIs and seeing what changed on those plans.
Nice. Okay, man. See, you know a little bit. You know a little bit. Okay. Is being a foreman actually worth it? So I'm gonna say, let me set this up. A lot of people be like, "Hey, man, like most of the time when we're in prevailing wage jobs, when we're doing certain jobs, foreman gets paid just as much as a journeyman. Is it worth it? Because the foreman has way more work, administrative work, the plumbing work, looking after his people. Is it worth it?"
I would say,
And not all the time that they're paid the same,
Yeah.
but for the most part, what we grew up in and how we seen it, that's how it was.
it was worth it for me because, you know, some of these jobs are real far and they were offering a gas card and a truck, and that's what I wanted. I
Yeah.
wanted the gas card and the truck.
For sure.
And also I wanted the responsibility.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to take it a next step higher. I was getting bored as a journeyman. I wanted to see how it was like to run a crew, you know, and, you know, go to the meetings, seeing what changed, and then, you know, finishing out a building and just walking away and saying, yeah, wow, I built that right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope. All right. Yeah, there is a lot of it also just lets you know too, like, okay, I'm good. Like you can go anywhere now. Like if I can read the plans and I can navigate this stuff, like you could do a lot more, you know, side work. You're not just fixing leaky faucets. Now you can run a Starbucks if you
and
want
then
to.
you're also, you know, making a lot of decisions that you're thinking are the best decisions, you know?
Right.
And it's a lot of stress. So if you can handle stress and then not bring it home, then the job's for you.
And you know what I love about that? Like I said, once again, I always say this because the reason why I named this channel Life in Plumbing is because it deals so much with our plumbing deals so much with life. You go through stress. You have to make decisions every single day. The way you are operating as a foreman, the way you've operated through this whole program has shown that you can navigate life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's decisions outside of plumbing that you have to make and that feel just as stressful. And the way you structure your whole life, man, that I've known you, you know what I mean? How everything's set up, like you're on top of your stuff just as much as you're on top of your stuff.
I try to be very organized on my stuff.
For sure, dog. And I see that. So, man, yeah, that's why I wanted you on the show. And hey, man, so you drove out. How many hours did it take you to come up here, man, just to do the show?
8 hours. 8 hours.
Whoo, 8 hours.
Yeah.
Man, hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that, man. All right.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So, ladies, his number, right? No, I'm just playing. I got it. But yeah, that's dope, man.
Appreciate it,
That's dope, man. So, all right. So now I got questions for you that in the comments, a lot of people have asked. So I just want to get your perspective on it. I've answered a few of these questions already, but let's see if you can answer them. See what you got. All right. First question. Can I become a plumber over the age of 40? Can I plumb? Can I actually do the job? Is it realistic for me to believe I can do that? And become a foreman, start from an apprentice to a foreman? Is that possible at 40 years old? starting out?
I would say
green?
being at 40, you gotta maybe have some experience in plumbing. I would also say that you gotta be in good physical health, because you're gonna be working as an apprentice first year, second year. You're going to be using that shovel a lot. So having good physical health will help out. So it's possible. It's possible.
I think more people too at 40, you know, you're not gonna want, sometimes your foreman can be way younger than you, right? I've worked with foremen that are younger than me, and it's an ego thing when it comes to somebody telling you what to do. So you gotta throw that out the door as well, right? Would you say that's, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so all right, so that question. And the next question, people get the impression plumbing companies are racist. Now, I've heard this a lot, man. You know what I mean? And I was debating whether I even asked this question, but it's a real topic, man. And I've seen some things out there, and I've had questions. But what do you think? I know a couple people have asked, though they said, yo, I don't even want to be in the plumbing thing just because like a lot of those companies are racist. I was watching an interview one time where a white dude was like, yeah, man, the narrative out there is like, plumbing is a white person's game. What would you know what I'm saying? It's a white person industry. What would you have to say to that?
I would have to say, it just all depends on the company. I mean, if you feel like they're racist and they're going against you and you're not improving or they're not giving you a shot, then move on to another company. That's all I can say. I never really had the issue. I always just stuck to myself doing my apprenticeship program. I just kind of I took it as long as I work hard, I'm gonna get somewhere. So, and then that's how I felt like with the company I was working for. But I would say, do watch out when you do graduate, because you're gonna be making a whole lot of money when you journey out, and some of those companies are not gonna want you. They'd rather just start over with another apprentice and then get rid of you. So that's kind of what happened to me, and I had to move on to another company. It wasn't really a racist issue. It was more of, you're making too much money now. We gotta actually start over with the first year apprentice again.
So what you're saying is like, it's not always a racist thing. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's about, it could be about financially they're making this decision. You know what I'm saying? Or just, it could be anything. It could also be racism, but you know what I mean? It's just,
like
you're saying don't focus on that.
Yeah, and try to stick to yourself, do your work, listen to your foreman, work hard, and if you feel still like it's still racism going on, just move on to a different company then. Or ask to be switched off that job to a different foreman. And if it still continues, then go to a different company, because something's going on with that company where they're putting you under for some reason.
And it's man, like, it's no shame in going to other companies, man. You can, but make sure it's for the right reasons, and don't just leave the first time you feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if they are that way, if they see you improving, like, people will show you love, man, and they'll respect you for just getting out there and just keep going every day. So, and that's the last resort you want to do, is just keep moving, right?
Because plumbing's a small world, and people are gonna know that you've been, company hopping. And then they're gonna take it as you're no good. So I mean, it's but if you know your stuff, dog, it'll come out, and you guys will be good, man. So I thank you for that question. All right, for that answer. Okay, here's another question: union or non-union? I worked on both.
Okay.
Union, it's good because you're protected. You have a lot of protection. The only thing not good about the union is that the people that are not good at plumbing, or are knuckleheads, they should be getting let go, but they're not. That's the only thing I'll have to say about the union.
And what you're saying is you have to pick up that slack?
And you got to pick up that slack while they're cruising, And I would say for non-union, the thing I like about it is that you can get rid of somebody that's a knucklehead, or is coming late to work, or is on their phone, or just doing dumb shit.
You don't like that phone thing.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah.
So, But the non-union thing is that, you know, if there's no work, they're gonna sit you.
Yeah.
And if there's still no work, they're gonna still sit you.
Yeah.
You know, I've been where I sat for like a month and a half, 2 months, and there's been no work.
This is non-union or union?
This is non-union.
Yeah, non-union. Yeah.
And I believe the union more looks for a job for you.
Yeah. They fight for you to keep working. All right. So you kind of just like there's good and bad on both sides.
Good and
right?
bad, yeah. Pros and cons.
It's just whatever your preference is,
Yeah.
whatever you're looking for. Know what you want basically, and then go and look at what they're offering, and whichever one feels like it fits you, then.
And the way I looked at it as, I don't care if it's non-union or union, it's whatever's gonna put food on my plate and my family, you know?
Yeah. Make sure you're going for your own interest, right? Hey,
Yeah.
Make sure it benefits you at the end of the day. Oh, okay, here's a question somebody asked. I want to be a plumber, but I don't want to deal with toilets. What should I do? Yeah.
That one, I would say, you better hop on jobs that are new construction so you don't have to touch dirty old toilets. Because what he's asking is to be a service plumber.
Right.
Because you could be a new construction plumber where you just touch all the new stuff and put it in. But yeah.
So in the apprenticeship, would you say it's all new construction? Because I've never had all new. Sometimes we do remodels, but they're not bad. I don't think it's as bad as what he's thinking, right?
Yeah, but as for the remodels, you're gonna have demo guys that come and take out those toilets for you. You're not gonna touch them. You're only gonna be touching the new toilets.
Oh, okay.
You know?
I had to pull out some.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They
So
must
I need to work
be
for
saving
that
those
company,
toilets.
wherever that company's at. I gotta go there, dog. So, all right. But so you're saying what he's probably asking or he's thinking about is more service, and service. That's how people identify plumbers. They think service. They don't think commercial. Like, you know what I mean? Like I have family members think you're a plumber, oh man, you just basically do like the residential stuff. Like, no, that's not what we do. We do a whole nother side of plumbing.
Yeah, you just chase turds.
Yeah, that's what they think, residential, right?
Yeah.
Which is disrespectful to residential people. But now I get it. All right, so do you think, here's a good one, man. Do you think, I did a video on this, make sure y'all go check out that AI video I was talking about, that I did talking about AI and plumbing. My question is to you, do you think AI would ever replace plumbers? If so, how?
I think it's gonna be, a very long time before AI or robots start trying to put in some pipe. I mean, we're there where they're cleaning the floors. I mean, they're actually going in restrooms and cleaning restrooms. Painting, I think painting is gonna go quick. And then drywall. I see a robot throw up some drywall, so that's kind of interesting too.
Did you?
Yeah.
You gotta show me that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So, I don't know if it's a fake video though.
Probably fake. Yeah.
But yeah, so I think it's gonna be a long time before they can actually try to throw in some pipe.
You know
maybe do some service.
You know how many revisions we do? You know how little intricate little things we
Yeah.
have to do to make
Yeah.
things work sometimes? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if you do a computer, it's gonna be perfect, right?
Yeah,
You can't do it perfect.
I can't see a robot trying to throw up a hanger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And then try to hang that pipe,
Exactly.
And then band it up. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of thinking for that dude.
I mean, but that would be, just right there. You know how much money it would cost them to make that? And they're trying to make robots to, replace humans, which, like, and this is something I think about that. Like, you like what you do, right? You like plumbing,
I love it.
So imagine would you want a robot to replace you if it could?
Yeah, hopefully there's protections on that.
No, would you want it to replace you if it could? Like, hey, Eric, you don't have to work no more. This robot gonna do your job because you like what you do, man. Like, you get pride out of it. You get a sense of, you know what I'm saying, ownership, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, man. That's how I be feeling about that. The AI thing is crazy. Any job, because humans, we're here. What are we gonna do? Like, people really want to just sit and chill. I don't know.
Right.
I can't do it. All right, man. So, do you think? Last question. It's the last question. All right.
Cool.
I hope y'all enjoy, Eric. Man, I'm definitely want you to come back out 8 hours.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean. Do this with me again. You
It's
feel
my
me?
boy right here.
All right. Do you think you have to know math as a plumber? Somebody asked this because they have Chat GPT. They can just get the answer.
You'll probably get away with it for a little bit, but you're gonna have to learn how to do some math.
Yeah.
Coming into it, I picked plumbing because I thought there was gonna be no math, but eventually there's a lot of math. But the math is repetitive, so as long as you keep doing the same formulas,
Yeah.
you learn it quick.
Yeah,
I
and it's
mean,
not really
don't feel like, because I'm not a math nerd, you know, so but I learned the formulas, so it's just natural now.
Yeah, and it's not like you're just every day learning a different math equation.
Yeah.
Most of it, after a little while, you're just gonna understand what
Yeah,
it
it's
is,
the
and you're
same.
just gonna use it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not that crazy. So
Yeah.
if you got to use ChatGPT,
Yep.
that's just gonna make, you know, what do you call that? It's gonna handicap you. You know what I mean? In the end.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you with this interview.
No problem.
I got a lot out of this, just listening to you talk and stuff like that, man. I love hearing other people's perspectives on it because I know you said a lot of stuff that I haven't said, right? And man, and we both love this, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just running work and just being out there. It's cool. It has its good days and its bad days, but
Yeah,
overall,
sure does.
would you say plumbing is cool? Like people
I
should
love
get
it.
into plumbing?
Yeah,
Right?
definitely get into it.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
man. All right, so y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. This is my boy Eric Marquecho. You know what I'm saying? He about to start his own business. You want to shout out your business? Don't you have your business name now?
Yeah, but it's not fully up yet, but it's American Craft Plumbing Inc.
All right.
It's coming soon.
So if y'all ever see that van, you know what I'm saying, honk your horn, give him a shout out, you know what I mean? If y'all in Southern California, because that's going to be him rolling, doing his thing. Man, I want to thank you guys for watching, for tuning in. This is Life in Plumbing. We're going to see y'all on the next one. All right? Peace.
Cool.
Me and my God always conversating. He say I'm happy you call, what you been up to lately? I said the reason I called is time I war with Satan, and I'ma need your help to get through this. Lord, please eradicate.